Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm breaking down my everyday carry for May 2025. I've made a few changes this month. I've added some new gear and I've fine-tuned what I carry day in and day out. If you're into knives, tools, leather goods, and practical EDC setups, you're in the right place. Let's first kick things off with what I always have on me, and that is a watch. My current watch is a G-Shock, and this is the G-Shock GWM5610-1. So I know it's a mouthful. This one is solar powered and atomic, so it's always accurate and never needs a battery change. It's really rugged as it's a G-Shock. It's lightweight, waterproof, and super dependable. I've worn this thing hiking, traveling, working. It can take anything and still looks clean. If you're looking for a no-fuss, bomb-proof watch, this is it. You can find these right around the $100 mark, and it's worth every penny. I've had this one for a few years, and it's been on my wrist almost every day. I really love this watch, and it keeps a lot of my Seikos off my wrist. It has a really crisp display. It's very low profile, and it doesn't really interfere with long sleeves, and it's extremely comfortable to wear. Cannot recommend it enough. My wallet this month is another new addition, and this time it's coming from Rebel Leather Goods. I originally found this maker over on Etsy, and I've been following his work on Instagram for a while now. He recently came out with a new model called the Tidal Wave, and I was instantly drawn in. However, the first model had the cash slot accessible on the left, and the lanyard hole was also on the left. I thought it would make more sense for me to have these on the right side, so I reached out and was able to get this one custom made, including picking out this leather. This is handmade in the United States. It's got this really incredible yellow ghost leather that breaks in beautifully and shows this really gorgeous patina. It's a slim front pocket wallet, but it still holds cards and cash without bulking up. The craftsmanship is next level, and you can tell this is made to last. Plus, it gives your carry a little color pop without being too loud. This originally came with a really cool leather bead that I just found just a bit too bulky in my pocket, so I replaced the lanyard to just a piece of gutted paracord. I've tried a lot of wallets and I'm really liking this one. The ability to carry cash without folding it has really become one of my favorite features. The only thing that I will say that kind of bugs me about is the width of this card pocket due to that cash. So the cards kind of move around just a little bit. I'm not really sure how you can resolve that, but I still really just like this wallet. Once again, this is the Tidal Wave from Rebel Leather Goods. Up next is my favorite Leatherman, which happens to be the Curl. This is one of my go-tos for multi-tools. You get all the essentials. You get pliers, screwdrivers, a great file, and even a one-hand opening blade. It's basically like a stripped-down wave, and I actually prefer it. It rides really well in the pocket due to this integrated pocket clip, and it handles random tasks at work or around the house. It's just a really solid little compact workhorse. It's lighter and also cheaper than the Wave, so if you're in the market for a new multi-tool, look no further. Now let's talk blades. This is the Kaiser Drop Bear Fixed Blade Edition. Kaiser took the really popular folder and turned it into a fixed blade model, and honestly, I love it. The ergos are spot on, the blade shape is practical for everything from food prep to outdoor tasks, and it's just the right size for daily carry without scaring people. I carry it horizontally on my belt with these aftermarket soft loops, and due to the size and thinness, it actually just disappears on my waist. I replaced the black paracord lanyard with coyote to match the scales just a little bit more. This specific model is coming in with a 14C28N stonewash blade and micarta handle scales. And actually, speaking of the handle, this contains a small set of tweezers and a metal toothpick, which I personally find a little bit gimmicky, but it's still nice to have on hand as it weighs nothing and doesn't really take away anything from the knife. This has been one of my favorite fixed blades recently, as it's really easy to grab yet totally discreet. My main folder this month has been the Civivi Sokoke and this almost red micarta. It's really sleek, smooth, and super slicey. Civivi always brings a premium feel at a budget price, and this one is no exception. I believe you can snag one of these for around $65 online, and it punches so far above that price. This blade shape is super versatile with really minimal branding with only Ray Laconico on the back, which I absolutely love, and the action is just silky smooth. This one gets a lot of pocket time when I want something a little bit more lightweight and refined. It's super easy to fidget with if you're into that kind of thing, as it's several deployment methods with either the thumb studs or the front flipper. This one's coming in with a 14C28N blade steel, which holds a pretty nice edge. It is also easy enough to sharpen. Again, Ray Laconico knocked it out of the park with this knife. This knife was pretty popular a year or so back, and I can now see why. If you haven't tried a Sokoke yet, I really recommend it, as this might be the best out of Civivi in my opinion. For lighting, I'm using the Manker E052, and it's a killer little flashlight. It's rechargeable via USB-C battery, and it pumps out plenty of light for its size, and it fits perfectly in my pocket organizer. This thing lives in my front pocket, and it comes in clutch more often than you'd think, whether it's checking under the couch or lighting up a trail at night. Once you start carrying a light, you can honestly never go back. This isn't the perfect light out there, but it's very close for me. The amount of light this thing puts out for its size is astounding. I wish it had a two-way reversible pocket clip and possibly a metallic tail cap, but other than that, this thing is freaking amazing. What's crazy is you can get this light for close to $25 online, which for my opinion is an absolute steal. Up next, we have a Lynch Northwest Pry Bar, and it's one of those tools you never really knew you needed until you carried it. I've used this to open boxes, scrape stuff, lift edges, anything that I would otherwise trash my knife tip. The finish on this one is pretty cool, and like everything from Lynch Northwest, it's made with care, which unfortunately, that comes with a pretty hefty price tag. I believe these run around $100 new, which is simply ridiculous in my opinion, but I was able to snag this one for a fraction of that over on Blade Binge. This has been replacing my previous arc form titanium pry bar. Now, I don't use this every day, but it's lightweight, really pocketable, and kind of addictive once you start using it. I really wish this model had a bottle opener right here instead of this weird design for your finger, but beggars can't be choosers. All the small stuff rides in this light slip from Three Suns leather. It's a minimalist pocket organizer that keeps my flashlight and pry bar snug and protected. The leather is thick, the stitching is clean, and it's molded perfectly over time to my setup. This helps me stay organized and keeps my gear from getting beat up in my pocket. I particularly like this slip as I can still access the light without removing it from the slip itself. So that's my May 2025 EDC, a solid mix of utility, durability, and style. I love gear that's built to last and does more than just look cool, as everything here earns its spot in the lineup. Whether I'm out and about or just living daily life, this carry has me covered for almost everything. If you've got questions about anything I showed today or want to share what you're carrying, drop a comment below. And if you're into practical EDC gear, knife reviews, and setups like this, hit that like button and subscribe. More great content is coming your way. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.